Hey, what's going on, guys? So, Artificial Gaming, I'm Artur. Welcome back, and today I'm bringing you a brand new video about everything that's been going on right now about Jason Blundell and all the interviews he did. He did the interview with the Zombros podcast, and he also did an interview with Noah J456. And Noah J456's interview is going to be in the description, and the Zombros podcast from Rad Austin 27 side is going to be in the description. So I really recommend you guys checking both those interviews out, because both those interviews are going to be the things I am going to be talking about in this video. Now, it's not going to be in the list of, like, you know, most important to least important. It's just me talking about the things that really caught my eye the most, and just about, I mean, everything that he said. So, you see by the thumbnail, the impossible Easter egg. Now, the impossible Easter egg he talked about in Noah J456's live stream. And Noah J456 asked a question. I believe the question went like, well, did anybody come close to solving the impossible Easter egg that you were talking about? Or, did anybody solve it yet? And nobody solved it yet. Nobody has solved the impossible Easter egg in Black Ops 3. However, he said that in 8 years' time, just like the Easter egg he told us about the World at War bios of like Rick Toffin, Dempsey, Takio, Nikolai, there was going to be an Easter egg, this one right here in Black Ops 3, that we're going to be talking about in 8 years' time that he can kind of give us a hint about. But right now, he's not going to give us a hint. He still is very, very stern with that Easter egg. However, the update about that Easter egg is that he told us there are people who go into the game files. There are people who literally search and search and search for different textures, for different Easter eggs you didn't find yet, or like just go through the files and see things that didn't add into Shadows of Evil that maybe could have been the impossible Easter egg. However, there is a huge saying that Jason Blundell said when Noah J brought up the fact that the purple keepers and the purple meatballs in Shadows of Evil. He said, if you're seeing something, like physically, inside a map, not just Shadows of Evil, like Shadows of Evil, the Giant, anything, if you physically see something, or like you can, not touch it, but, you know, activate it or something like that, if there's something you see and you can find in the game files, in the coding, if there's something like that you can see, then it is not that. You are in the wrong place. It is not the impossible Easter egg. So now, that goes to tell you that it's some type of puzzle. It's some type of activation that goes probably throughout all the maps, but it is something not physical. So I'm very happy we got down to that. I'm very happy that he gave us that piece of information. So that was a great thing about the possible Easter egg, and honestly, I am very happy that we got something, a tiny bit of that piece of information about the impossible Easter egg that I am very happy the community now knows and can think about and just, you know, maybe work forward to finding it. The other thing that Jason Blundell talked about on the Zombros podcast, which you always find in the description of this video, he talked about the Atlantis map. Now, I believe Rad Austin 27 asked him about the Atlantis map, and you know Atlantis. Atlantis was a huge theory about a map they were going to be making. I don't know, because I wasn't really involved in YouTube and zombies when Black Ops 1 and World at War was around. So when I first heard about Atlantis, it was probably after Black Ops 2, like after Origins, because when we found out that there was going to be 3 years of like the cycle, so instead of getting Ghost and then all of a sudden getting the Treyarch game and Advanced Warfare originally made its debut, we were saying like, okay, can we be getting a map to hold us off, like a DLC 5, like that's like the myth, like, you know, was starting to come up again. But then when the myth became a reality this year, we were thinking about Atlantis being a map we were going to be getting in Black Ops 2. Now, Atlantis, Jason Blundell did say that it was a plan, not a plan to make it, but they did talk about it. It was on the drawing board. It was something that hit the table, like on the desk, and like, you know, let's talk about it. He loved the idea of like the underwater, like kingdom, the underwater palace, like they used a shiny, like, you know, type of Aquaman environment type of feel, you know what I'm saying? And especially with zombies, and just the way they included the swimming animation in Black Ops 3, it is amazing, and I really cannot wait to see, like, maybe in the future, a little reference to that. But in reality, man, it is something that I cannot believe, like, they brought up, because I would have never remembered about Atlantis. Are you kidding me? Like, that's really something I can't believe they brought up, and I was very happy they did, because we got a great answer out of it. They were going to talk about it, they were talking about it, they were like, you know, think about the ideas, however that, you know, now, they never really ended up making it, but maybe in the future, maybe sometime in the future they're going to be making it, and, that was other things that really got me really excited, so I'm very happy they brought up Atlantis in that interview. In Noah J456's interview, they talked about the timeline poster. So when Jason Blundell did the interview with, announcing Zombie Chronicles, he did it with JC Backfire. There was a poster that they brought out and a website they released about the zombies timeline. And I read the whole thing 3 times. However, as you can see right now on the screen, in the timeline, it's probably not going to be, if it's big, it's probably going to be blurry, but if it's small, you probably have to look closely. There are lines tracking and connecting different events that, you know, happen. I don't have it right in front of me right now, but for example, let's say the part where it says Yuri is the Pentagon thief. It will have a little arrow and then dot, 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 like a little line going across the whole entire board and then going to, like, let's say Dimension 63. I don't know if that's 2 really bad connections, but it's something that they have in the timeline. Jason Blundell did say, "It is great that you made it into a nice format where you can read it all. It is awesome. However, there are so many more things that you did not connect, that you guys do not know about in the timeline because we did not connect the dots. We did not connect and trace events to event." Right after this video, I am going to be doing that right now. So, like, right when you watch this video, I am on that website right now looking for little things I can probably connect. And you know, Ultimus is one of the big things he said, like Ultimus characters, whatever happens to them, are they still on the moon? Like, did they die on the moon? What happened to them? I'm going to try to go right there on moon and then just try to trace everything. So I'm going to be doing that. And, going with that timeline is an excerpt, like 1 billion something. That excerpt is a timeline is an excerpt in the Chronorium. So the Chronorium, he said, Jason Blundell said, that excerpt is in the Chronorium. However, whoever is the reader upon the Chronorium, whoever is reading the Chronorium, it is different. So the excerpt we're reading is from Richtofen, because Richtofen did sign it, saying, "I now know what I must do." He signed it because he did see that timeline. So Richtofen, that's Richtofen's point of view. In Richtofen's world, in his shoes, that is the world. That is the timeline. Let's say Dempsey opened up that Chronorium. Dempsey would have probably had many other universes, many other timelines, many other significant events to Dempsey himself. Maybe Takio will have a lot more timeline events about the Emperor. Maybe Nikolai will have a lot more events about Soviet Russia. Who knows what it might be? I really hope in the future they add, like, okay, Dempsey's excerpt when he's reading it, Takio's excerpt when he's reading it. That would be awesome, and that was another great bombshell, to use Noah J456's words himself. A huge bombshell that I saw and thought about the interview, and it was really amazing how they brought that up. Now, this is one that MC Sports Hawk is going to be dying for, and I'm pretty sure he's playing Moon right now. No, MC Sports Hawk did not have a face cam in the live stream, in the podcast. So Jason Blundell, you know, was mostly talking to Brad Austin, Johnny J, but MC Sports Hawk was there. He did speak, but not too often. But when he did speak, Jason Blundell said, "Let me ask you a question, MC Sports Hawk." Or he said Matt, but let me ask you a question, Matt. Did you like the little space dog Easter egg I gave you on Moon with the 2 dog bowls and, like, you know, the water, like, of the space dog? Matt was like, awesome. Like, I really loved it. The myth that the theory I had was honestly amazing. And now it's back to, like, you know, it's actually a thing now. I'm very happy. Jason Blundell said, "Well, that's not all. You didn't find it all." So there is more to the space dog Easter egg that we are still oblivious to find. Like, we still have no clue what the hell it is. If there is a physical space dog in Moon that we can activate, I swear to God, I will poop my pants multiple times. I will know. I won't know what to do. I would have no clue what to do. I still don't know what I'm gonna do. Now, if it's like, you know, I'm pretty sure in the PC files, people are gonna decode that shit. They're gonna go through it. They're probably gonna find it in the PC files. But once we do, wow. It's just like, wow. That is unbelievable. I cannot believe that Space Dog has more towards Moon, and FC Sports Talk, my man, you gotta be doing a lot of research, a lot of Easter eggs about that Space Dog. Now, just to put in the video, I don't want to make it a big part of it, but Jason Blundell did say, and I actually made a video about this, so that video is irrelevant now, but the origin quotes that you would hear, like when Dempsey's pack-a-punching, and he says, do I still have the blood vials, or anything about Dr. Monty, those quotes, like where Rick Toffin says, all those Dr. Monty quotes you hear, like in Origins, those were all, like, glitches, and they slipped through the VOD files, so, I mean, in the patch that just went out, it is something that they had to fix, and that has nothing to do with the storyline, so they did fix that, because those quotes should not be there about Dr. Monty. However, the certain things, like, for example, the mud in Origins is fixed. It is not slow anymore. The mud in Origins is fixed. Also, the water in Shinonuma, thank you fucking God, is fixed. You can run faster in both the mud in Origins and the water in Shinonuma. Thank the heavens. You know how many times I have committed suicide? Literally, not trying to die, but it's as good as committing suicide on Shinonuma and Origins running in that mud. It is insane. Insane. There's a lot more that went on in both interviews and slash podcasts. There's going to be a lot more interviews coming out this weekend. Chucky said he's going to be posting one with Jason Blundell. Mr. Dog JD Part 2 and I believe Part 3 of the interview is going to be coming out this weekend, or like, you know, this week to come. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot more, so please stick around for that. So there's a lot more that Jason Blundell did say, so I'm going to say most of the things right now. This is going to be the last part of the video. If you guys made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Click the like button, also subscribe for more amazing content for Artificial Gaming. However, Jason Blundell, to end it off, Jason Blundell did say in Noah J456 interview, Noah J kind of introduced the fact that, you know, I don't know if you know, but we did an Easter egg for charity live stream. Of course, Mr. Jason Blundell knew about that. So he said that they raised over $100,000 for charity, the St. Jude's Foundation, just by playing all Black Ops 3 zombie maps. I believe they started on Shadows of Evil, going to the Rising Track, Sensible Nishima, and ending at Garage Crovey, because Revelations didn't come out at the time. So they raised over $100,000 in under, like, I think, in under 12 hours, so that was amazing. But Noah J did say if they reach over $100,000, if they reach over the goal that they reached last year, if they go over that amount that they raised last year, Noah J asked that if Jason Blundell could go in 1v1 Noah J, I don't know how that's possible, in zombies. Jason Blundell did say, I am looking to help you as many ways I can for that charity. It's a great cause. So he is going to help out Noah J in a way if they do that. He might not 1v1 him, but he said he will do something fun with Noah J if they reach over that goal this year. So guys, I know I'm going to be donating. I donated last year. I'm going to be donating this year as well. A little bit more now to see if Jason Blundell does that thing. But guys, along with that, I mean, they talk about Transit and how Transit's fog and everything. How it was a little bit before Jason Blundell's time. However, he did say that Transit is a map that they kind of like that they did wrong, because it engaged them in the community to do a lot more things right for the future. And I believe if Transit never happened, there were going to be a lot more maps like Transit. So I'm very thankful that Transit did happen. And look at all the maps that they release now. Absolutely beautiful and amazing. But yeah, that's pretty much it. You want to find out a lot more things I didn't say in this interview, go down right now in the description. You're going to be seeing Noah J456 interview with Jason Blundell, the Zombie podcast, Red Austin 27's point of view in the description as well with Jason Blundell. And yeah, I am amazed with everything that's been going on this weekend with the Zombies community and Jason Blundell being so nice and helpful with us to do interviews and stuff like that. Stick to Artificial Gaming, click the bell icon, subscription, and like if you want to see a lot more skits and a lot more vlogs and a lot more daily dose of the Zombies news. If you like a COD Zombie HQ outro right there, I'm AR Turbo, and I will see you guys in the next one.